Hello, my friends. Long time no see. My name is Matthew. This is Matthew Reads and Writes, and this video is the first video that I'm filming in nearly 3 years. I can't believe it's been that long. I can't believe I'm here again. I honestly never expected to be back in front of the camera like this ever again. I have been doing quite a few live streams over the last several years, but in terms of me filming videos, just talking to myself, and then uploading them for you later, I thought that ship had well and truly sailed, but here we are. I have a very exciting J-pop haul to share with all of you. There's quite a few items and a lot of things that I am really excited about. So let's get started. The first item that I have here for you is from my favorite artist of all time, Crystal K, and that is her all-time best 25th anniversary album. This is the 2 CD limited edition with the Blu-ray, and this is a really fantastic compilation. It spans Crystal's entire career from her debut in 1999 through to the present day. So if you are looking to get into Crystal K's music for the very first time, this is definitely a very good place to start, and I definitely recommend it. Next, we have an item that I consider to be my holy grail when it came to collecting J-pop for a number of years. So I was absolutely ecstatic when I was finally able to get it. And that is Crystal K live in NHK Hall, 10th anniversary tour CK10 on Blu-ray. This took me 8.5 years to actually get. At a number of different points, I had resigned myself to never owning it at all. But I was finally able to get it. And yeah, like I said, I was absolutely ecstatic. This is a really great tour. And I actually have a full review of this tour that I did in a live stream with my very dear friend, Emily. So I will link that in the description section down below in case you are interested in hearing both of our thoughts on this tour. Moving on to the Utada Hikaru portion of the haul, we start with an album that I honestly never expected to be able to own because it is incredibly out of print, incredibly difficult to find, and usually incredibly expensive if you are able to find it. And that is Star by U3. This is an album that Hickey did with their parents back in 1993, and it represents their first foray into the music industry before they became the legend, the icon that we all know and love today. I did just get this very recently, and I listened to it for the first time last night. It's a very unique album, definitely a collector's item, and if you are able to find it, I definitely recommend that you snap it up, and quickly. Next, we have another Hickey album that I honestly never expected to be able to own for a lot of the same reasons as Star, and that is Precious by Cubic U. This is an English language album from 1998, so it predates the First Love era by a year or so. And you can definitely hear the seeds of First Love's success when you listen to this album. It's very heavily weighted towards R&B, and it's just a very well-produced and well-put-together album for the most part. So, very, very happy to own it. And if you are able to find a copy, I definitely recommend buying one for yourself. Next, we have the iconic Utada United 2006 tour on Blu-ray. I was absolutely ecstatic when it was announced that Hickey's earlier tours were being remastered and re-released on Blu-ray format. I immediately pre-ordered this one because it had eluded me for a number of years. Anytime that I went to buy this on DVD, back when that was the only option, it was going for like $200 or more. So, yeah, I'm very, very glad that they came out with more economically feasible alternatives for that, for sure. This is widely regarded as Hickey's best tour, and for very good reason. It's fantastic. Last but not least from Hickey, we have the Science Fiction Tour 2024 on Blu-ray. This is their most recent tour that they did, and as with Crystal K's live tour that I showed you earlier, I do have a full review of this tour that I did with Emily in a live stream. So I will link that down below if you want to hear both of our thoughts on this one. Moving on, we have an item here from the legendary Namie Amuro. This is her live style tour from 2014 on Blu-ray. This was supporting the Ballada Best Of release, and it's a really fantastic tour from start to finish. Namie was, is, and always will be an absolute queen, and I'm very, very happy to have this in my J-pop collection. Next, we have an album from an artist that I absolutely adore, and that is Angela Aki. This is her 2024 comeback album that she released after a 10-year hiatus from the Japanese music industry. It's called Angela Aki Sings Kono Sekai no Katasumi ni, or Angela Aki Sings In This Corner of the World. So this is an album of songs that she wrote and composed for the stage musical adaptation of In This Corner of the World, and Angela decided to put her own interpretations of those songs out to kind of ease her way back into the Japanese music industry. She does have an album coming out in 2026 in February, so I'm very much looking forward to that. but if you've not heard of Angela Aki before, I definitely recommend that you check her out. She is absolutely incredible. Next, we have Boa's Japanese language album from 2018. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the title of it because it is so long and I will probably get it all mixed up. But this is definitely one of my favorite albums that has been released in the last decade. It's absolutely incredible from start to finish. So if you have not heard it yet, I definitely recommend that you seek it out and give it a listen because you will be very, very impressed. This one is very bittersweet. It is the first and only studio album by Fakie called F. And this is the CD plus Blu-ray limited edition of the album. I absolutely adored these girls when they were active. They were each so talented individually, and when they came together as a group, it was something truly special. They definitely deserved better, especially from their label, and the fact that they didn't get it breaks my heart. I'm so sorry, girls. You deserved so much better. Next, we have Nana Kitade's album 18. And I basically bought this for the sole reason that Nana contributed one of the theme songs to my favorite anime of all time, Full Metal Alchemist. That's literally the only reason I own this. I really love that song, Kesanai Sumi, and I decided why not give the full album a try as well. Next, we have an album by a relative newcomer to the J-pop scene, who also happens to be one of the few male vocalists that I enjoy, and that is Ayamu Imazu. This is his debut studio album, Pixel, and there really isn't much of a story behind this one. This album was in my recommended albums list on Apple Music. I decided to check it out. I really enjoyed what I heard, and I liked it so much that I ended up buying it. Plain and simple. In keeping with the male artist's theme, we have Taichi Mukai's third studio album, Savage. As I said, it's very rare that I'm into male vocalists, but I really enjoyed the R&B stylings on this album. I really liked Taichi's voice, and I played this album a lot on Apple Music, so I eventually decided to just pick up the physical copy. Last, but certainly not least, we have my lone K-pop album. This is Oh, Are You Late Too by BTS. And while I'm not really a fan of BTS's more recent material, their early stuff is absolutely incredible, and this album in particular is my personal favorite. So I was very happy to get a copy of this physically, and yeah, it's a fantastic release. And with that, my first video in nearly 3 years is officially in the books. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, subscribe to the channel and enable your post notifications so that you never miss whenever I upload a new video. Thank you all so much, and until next time, take care.